Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Kerry. I'm going to show you how to crochet a kangaroo with a joey. Today I'll be crocheting the grey one. Now the materials I'll be using are light grey for the kangaroo. I'll be using a slightly darker grey for the joey, white for the outer eyes and black for the nose and the inner eyes. I've got my sewing thread and needle to stitch it together. I've got red cotton to embroider on a mouth. I've got my scissors, my 1.25mm crochet hook. I've got my darning needle to weave in the ends, and I've also got some tiny seed beads. I'm going to use one for each of the joey's eyes. I'd like to thank all my subscribers who have been supporting me. I've also been getting some lovely comments on YouTube and Facebook, and it's great to know my work is appreciated. Thank you also to the lovely ladies who have posted some articles they've made using my patterns to my Facebook community page. If you'd like to post a picture of your creations as well, I'll put a link on the video and in the description below. Now I'm going to start with the head of the kangaroo. I've got my lighter grey and I make a magic loop and work 3 chain and work 14 double crochet into my circle. I pull the circle tight and slip stitch into the 3rd chain. For row 2, I start with 3 chain and I work 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain, and then I work 2 double crochet into each stitch around. So I'll work around this row and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the row we slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Now we're going to start the shaping. On the 3rd row we're going to do the cheeks and the chin. We start with 2 chain and 1/2 double crochet in the same place as the chain. Now we're going to work 1/2 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches and 2 into the following stitch 4 times. Next we work 1/2 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. Now a single crochet into the next stitch, 1/2 double crochet into the following stitch, and 2 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet in the following stitch, and that's the first cheek done. Now we'll start on the chin. 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the next, a half double crochet into the next stitch, and a single crochet in the following stitch. Now we work 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, a half double crochet into the next, and then a single crochet into the last stitch, and slip stitch into the second chain. For row 4 we start with 1 chain and we work a single crochet into each of our half double crochet and our double crochet, and we're going to work a slip stitch into each of our single crochet. So one there, and one there. So I'll just work around this row and I'll be back. At the end of the row I slip stitch into the chain and fasten off. I'm going to start on the white of the ear now. So from the single crochet, just where it goes in after the cheek, I go back 7 stitches. And I join my white cotton in there, and I work 3 chain and work 1 double crochet in the same stitch, and I work 3 chain and turn. For row 2 I work 1 double crochet in the same stitch and 1 double crochet into the top of the 3 chain. Then I work 3 chain and turn, and then I work a double crochet cluster over both the stitches, and fasten off. For the other ear, I find the single crochet and I go back 7. And join my cotton. And the second ears work the same. 3 chain and 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain, and then 3 chain and turn, a double crochet in the same place as the chain, and a double crochet in the top of the chain, 3 chain and turn, and then a double crochet cluster over the 2 stitches. And fasten off. I'll just weave in my ends because I'll get them all tangled if I don't, and I'll be back and we'll do around the ears. Now for round the ears, I join my main colour to the tip of the first ear. And I work a single crochet into each stitch down to about halfway. Once I'm to halfway, I work a half double crochet into each stitch. And then slip stitch into the head. Now I slip stitch till I get to halfway between the two ears. For these, if you don't want them, just slip stitch straight across. But I work 3 chain, I miss the first chain and work a slip stitch into each of the next 2 stitches. And then slip stitch into the same place on the head, and then work 4 chain. I miss the first chain and slip stitch into each of the other 3 chain, and then slip stitch into the same place on the head. And then I work 3 chain, miss the first chain and slip stitch into the other 2 chain. Slip stitch into the head, and then I slip stitch along to the other ear, and I work a half double crochet into each stitch up to about halfway. And then work a single crochet into each stitch to the tip of the ear. And then slip stitch into the ear and fasten off. And that's the head done. For the outer eyes, the white part, I start with a magic loop, and work 2 chain and 6 half double crochet into the circle. I pull the circle tight and slip stitch into the second chain and fasten off. I'll need 2 of those. For the inner eye, using black, I make a magic loop and work 1 chain and work 3 single crochet into my circle. I pull the circle tight and slip stitch into the chain and fasten off. I've got a tiny circle. I'll need 2 of those. For the nose, also using black, I make a magic loop and work 2 chain and work a 3 half double crochet cluster into the circle. Pull the circle tight and fasten off. And I've got a small triangle. For the body, using my main colour, my light grey, I make a magic loop and work 3 chain and 14 double crochet into my circle. Pull the circle tight and slip stitch into the 3rd chain. For row 2, I start with 3 chain and work 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain. And then I work 2 double crochet into each stitch around. So I'll work row 2 and I'll be back. At the end of the row, I join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. For row 3, I work 3 chain and 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain, and then I work 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, and 2 double crochet into the following stitch all the way round. So that was 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches and 2 double crochet into the following stitch all the way round. So I'll work this row and I'll be back. At the end of the row, I join with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain. For row 4, I work 3 chain and work 1 double crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. Then I work 3 chain and turn. For row 5 I work a join double crochet over the first 2 stitches, 1 double crochet into each stitch to the last 2, and a join double crochet over the last 2 stitches. And then I work 3 chain and turn, and I work a join double crochet over the first 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then a join double crochet over the last 2 stitches. And that's the body. I'm going to do a neatening row now, so I start with 1 chain and work a single crochet down this side, until I get to the stitch before the join, this stitch about here. Now I'm going to work a half double crochet cluster into the last stitch of this neck part, the joining stitch and the first stitch of around the body. So a half double crochet cluster into the 3 stitches. And then I work a single crochet into each stitch around the body. That just makes it smooth, a smooth join. So I'll continue around the body, and I'll do another half double crochet cluster in the 3 stitches here, and then just continue around single crochet and join. So I'll finish that, and I'll be back and we'll work the pouch. And there's the body done. For the pouch, I start with a magic loop. I'm still using my main colour, my light grey, and I work 3 chain and 7 double crochet into the circle. I pull the circle tight, but I don't join. For row 2, I start with 3 chain and turn, and I work a double crochet in the same place as the chain, and 2 double crochet into each stitch across. Sorry about that dog. I'm not really sure where he lives. He's somewhere out the back. He must be a pretty big dog. He barks all day. and then I work 1 double crochet into the top of the 3 chain. For row 3 I start with 3 chain and work 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain, and then 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, and 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And I repeat that across. 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, and 2 double crochet in the following stitch. And then work a double crochet in the top of the 3 chain. Now we're going to work a neatening row. We work 1 chain and turn, and we're going to go round the bottom first, round the half circle, and then right round the half circle and then across the top. So I'll do that and I'll meet you at the end of the row. And there's the pouch done. Next I join it to the body. I just position it evenly across the bottom. I pin it because with my bad hands they're not strong enough to hold it still, and it moves while I'm crocheting. So that looks about the right place. Now I do a single crochet through the 2 layers just into the back loop of the single crochet around, and then I put my hook into the back loop of both and work a single crochet. And I just work all the way around. I've got quite a nice looking edge around. I'll just take the pin out now. And then fasten off. And there's the little pouch for the Joey to go in. Now I'll start on the legs now. They work the same until the neatening row, and then one's turned over so that they face the opposite direction. I start with 12 chain. I miss the first chain and I work one single crochet into each stitch to the end. For row 2 I work one chain and turn, and I work one single crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. For row 3 I work one chain and turn. I work 2 single crochet in the first stitch, and one single crochet into each stitch to the end. For row 4 I work one chain and turn, and I work one single crochet into each stitch to the end. For row 5 I work one chain and turn. I work 2 single crochet in the first stitch and one single crochet into each stitch to the end. For row 6 I work one chain and turn, and I work one single crochet into each stitch to the end. For row 7 I work one chain and turn, and work 2 single crochet in the first stitch, one single crochet into each stitch to the last 2 stitches. And I work a joined single crochet over the last 2 stitches. For row 8 I work one chain and turn, and I work a joined single crochet over the first 2 stitches, 1 single crochet into each stitch to the last 2 stitches, and a joined single crochet over the last 2 stitches. For row 9 I work 1 chain and turn, work a joined single crochet over the first 2 stitches, 1 single crochet into each stitch to the last 2 stitches, and then a joined single crochet over the last 2 stitches. And that's the leg done. I'm going to do a neatening row, working 1 single crochet into each stitch. So I start with 1 chain and I'll work 1 single crochet into each stitch around. And then when I get to the top, I'll do another 2 joined single crochet over the stitches, just to bring it in a little bit more. So I'll work around to here and I'll be back. Now I've neatened around the leg and I'm now to the top. At the top I work a joined single crochet over the first 2 stitches, and then a joined single crochet over the next 2 stitches, and slip stitch into the first chain. And fasten off. And that's the first leg done. Now I've worked another leg up to the end of the 9th row. So for this one I work 1 chain and turn, and I work a joined single crochet over the first 2 stitches, a joined single crochet over the next 2 stitches, and then I work single crochets all the way round, and that way this leg points in the opposite direction. So I'll finish that one and I'll be back and we'll work the tail. For the tail I start with 22 chain, I miss the first 2 chain and work a half double crochet into each of the next 3 chain. And then I work a joined half double crochet over the following 2 chain, a half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, a joined double crochet over the next 2, one double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and then a treble into each of the remaining stitches. And that's the tail. I'm going to do a neatening row. I'm going to work one slip stitch into each stitch around. I just don't want it to be too thick, so I won't work a single crochet. Just like that. So I'll continue round and then I'll meet you at the end. And there's the tail done. I'll fasten off. For the Joey, I'm using a slightly darker grey, and I'll start with the head. I start with a magic loop and 3 chain, and work 14 double crochet into the circle. I pull the circle tight and slip stitch in the 3rd chain, and fasten off. I'll just see if I can pull this in a bit tighter. I'll try later. For the ears, I just join anywhere with my white, and work 2 chain and then 2 half double crochet in the same place as the chain. For row 2, I work 2 chain and turn, and I work a joined half double crochet over the 2 stitches and fasten off. For the second ear, I missed 3 and join in the next stitch, and it's worked the same. 2 chain and 2 half double crochet in the same place, and then 2 chain and turn, and a joined half double crochet over both stitches and fasten off. Now I'll just weave in my ends, and then I'll do the little row for the outer ear. For round the ears of the joey, we attach at the tip of the first ear, and work 1 single crochet into each stitch down the ear, slip stitch into the head, and then slip stitch across to the second ear, and then work a single crochet into each stitch up to the tip of the ear. And fasten off. And that's it, Joey's head and ears. For the body, we start with a magic loop, and work 3 chain and 14 double crochet into the circle. We pull the circle tight and slip stitch into the 3rd chain. For row 2, we start with 3 chain and work 1 double crochet in the same place as the chain, and then 2 double crochet into each stitch around till we've got 4 stitches left. Now I've got 4 stitches left. I'm going to do a treble cluster over the 4 stitches, working 2 treble into each stitch. So I leave the last loop on the hook every time. And 2 treble into each stitch. Now when I get to the last treble, I take off the first loop, and then I slip stitch into the chain and then take off the next 2 and then yarn around and through all the loops and fasten off. And I'll need to pull it in tighter. Having trouble getting them tight. And that just gives a bit of a neck to put the Joey's head onto. Now I'll make another set of eyes and fasten off my endings, and I'll be back and we'll put it together. Now here's all my pieces except for the arms. Once I've attached the head, I'll crochet on my arms. The first thing I'll do is attach the nose. It just covers the centre circle and points down. Then I'll embroider in a mouth. I'll also embroider in a mouth and nose on the Joey, and I'll put the white dots on the black inner eyes. Next I'll attach the black parts to the white part of the eyes, and I've got these tiny little seed beads, so I'll attach 2 for eyes for the Joey. I just put a little knot in the end of my black cotton and thread it through and attach it at the back. Now I'll attach the eyes to the head of the kangaroo. Just in there, and I think I'll put eyelashes on this time, and I'll attach the Joey to the body. I just attach it with a few stitches just around there so that the head can come out and fit into the pouch like that, go over the top. So above the nose, just about there, I'll attach it with about 5 stitches along the top. Now there's the Joey done. Next I'll attach the head to the body, and I'll attach the legs just in under there on each side like that. And there's the head and the legs onto the body. Next I'll do the arms. On the kangaroo's right side, I start 1 stitch down from the head, I work 2 chain, 1 half double crochet in the same place as the chain, and 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Then I work 2 chain and turn. Rows 2, 3 and 4 I work the same, 2 chain and then a half double crochet into each stitch. For row 5 I work 2 chain and turn, and I work a joined half double crochet over the 2 stitches and fasten off. And that's the first arm done. For the kangaroo's left arm, I start 3 stitches down from the head, join my cotton, work 2 chain and work 1 half double crochet in the same place as the chain and 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. For rows 2 to 4 they work the same. I work 2 chain and turn and work 1 half double crochet into each of the 2 stitches. For row 5 I work 2 chain and turn, and I work a joined half double crochet over both stitches and fasten off. Now the arms could be left out or they could go down towards the joey. Now I'll weave in my ends and I'll attach the tail in there and I'll be back. And there's the kangaroo done. I'll just slip the joey in the pouch and I could just push the arms down. You could sew the arms down if you'd rather them down, or you could put them out. If you like my video, please like, subscribe and share. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter. The details are in the description below, along with the details of my website. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.